Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K channel, and today we are going right on back to the band VOB, or Voice of Besprot, and their recent single, The Enemy of Earth Is You. We've done one reaction to them, and we found them very interesting. We did it with actually Kim and Mike from Scarlet Envy joined us for that particular one. So yeah, I thought it was about time we go and check out the latest release. So without further ado, let's go and check them out. Okay, as always, we throw it to Andy first. Well, don't say always. A lot of the time we throw it to Andy, but today we're going to throw it to Andy. Over to you, mate.
You're thinking of the scores on the reviews.
I know, it's because I tried to do ADK in Odyssey, but then I don't like Kirk to go last, because if I go last, then I know I can get the last word in and get the freaking video finished. If Kirk goes last, we're on for another 10 minutes. So, go on, Andy.
Yeah. I like a lyric video, especially with a sort of well put together one like that. That you know, the visually was really good, and like the imagery of it all. I can't really recall being too blown away by the one we recently reviewed, to be honest. Not really my sort of thing. I do like the fact that you could hear, you know, the bass. You know, often, you know, the bass guitar is kind of buried in the mix of songs. Like the guitar riffs. One thing that's always a danger, and it's a bit of a hindrance for bands from various parts of the world, sometimes the sort of the native language accent comes through on the vocals, which, you know, sort of puts the band geographically where they are, which, as I say, can some be a hindrance if they're trying to sort of speak in, you know, singing in the English language. But the message of the song came across quite clearly. Obviously, mankind is destroying the planet. That's obviously very topical. Yeah, I'm sure fans of the band will enjoy this track. I mean, it sounded okay to me. I would say it's not really my sort of thing, but yeah, all right. I was just say, high point, you know, positive point for me was the quality of the lyric video. Some of them are poor and boring, but I actually watched that and enjoyed watching it and following the lyrics.
Yeah,
and, you know, getting the message of the song.
Yeah, very, very strong lyric video, I agree. Musically, really enjoyed the song musically. So if that had no lyrics on it at all, I'd have listened to that comfortably. It almost reminds me of like almost video game music when you're doing like action sequences in a first-person shooter or something. It had this really cool rock vibe to it all the way through. Love the intricacy of some of the bass lines and some of the guitar part. It wasn't overpowering in too many places. It was very well produced. I wasn't overly keen on the vocals on this particular track, and it's something I did raise on the previous one as well. I thought the chorus had a pretty good hook, but they're very good at writing riffs and vibes to tracks. They're not great at writing vocal melodies. There wasn't a natural flow. They were doing this kind of rap thing, and they were trying to force too many words in at places, and it didn't feel like the words finished where they should have finished in the natural flow. I mean, I was looking at it when they went through the second verse. I was reading it on the lyric screen, going, I can already, in the top of my head, think of a more natural vocal melody with that lyric line that they've written on the screen, and this music that's going on. I'm sure I can come up with a more natural flowing, hookier vocal melody. And I don't know if this is something that I've noticed on a lot of their tracks, or if this might be me realizing that's what I was finding on the previous tracks, is that vocal melody writing is not a strong part for them. They're getting their message over, and it's almost like they're trying to just speak it and tell you the story without thinking about how they need to make it into a memorable melody line that's more easy to absorb. I thought the chorus the first time round, I thought it didn't really flow, because again, there's just too many different bits they're trying to do. But actually, it does fit, and I quite liked it in the end. But the kind of almost spoken word rapping vocal bits that she's trying to do over the verses, it didn't really work for me. And if I didn't know it was them and I wasn't watching the lyric video, that would have probably put me off the song. The only thing that kept me going was really the music, so I really liked what they were playing. And if they were playing that without any vocals on it at all, I'd have been really into it a lot more. But the vocal kind of kept distracting me, and just mainly because I'm thinking it could be better. But I do like these ladies, sorry. And I know they're still young, so this could be part of the journey. This vocal writing skill. They've been mainly doing covers historically. They used to do a lot of covers, and a lot of their live set is still filled with covers by bands like Rage Against the Machine and Sepultura, and I mean they do things like Roots, Bloody Roots, and Chaos AD, and so they do that. And Slipknot, they do Slipknot covers and stuff. But I don't know how much of it they haven't spent time doing that vocal melody writing. So we know they can technically play really, really well, but I'm not sure about where they are vocally. That's where I would like to see that progress going forward. But yeah, apart from that, good track. Kirk?
I'll pick up from what you were saying. My analysis is very similar. They were trying to cram too many words into those vocal lines, or the rhythm, onomatopoeia is the word, isn't it, that you can also use. I think they were in danger of throwing that song out of key on a numerous times because of the vocals. I've got a lot of respect for this band because English isn't their first language. The lyrics were fascinating. I think some of the imagery and metaphors didn't quite translate well, but I clearly understood the message. I think they were quite brave on this. I think there was also a latent criticism of religious conservatism in this song as well.
Wow.
Now, from Indonesia, so it's going to be very difficult to be explicit about that. This band are in danger of really being more than, when I say in danger, being more than just musicians, because it's such an important voice. It's such an important, it's really such an important affirmation of power. You know, we've got 3 women from a secular country that's the second largest Muslim population in the world. It's not an easy place to write and record music. And there are going to be a lot of expectations from listeners on either side of the camp, whether you believe in the patriarchy and religious conservatism or smashing down the barriers. It'd be interesting to see where the middle ground lies with this band.
Yeah.
Musically, yeah, this band listened to it. They must listen to a lot of 70s rock. They're using modern production techniques, but a lot of those riffs could be from Free or even Black Sabbath.
Great.
I thought the bass, I wanted it to be even louder because the bass player is an excellent musician in this band. Vocals, by the end, I actually did like the chorus. It just took so much time. It was only that last rendition where it really lodged itself in my head. There are flaws still musically with this band, but I think they're so important who they are as people, the country they come from, and what they stand for, that almost transcends any criticism you've got. I just can't help but have admiration for what they're doing. But at the
as
same
long as they keep progressing, that's the thing for me musically. They don't. I want them to move away from the covers and keep working on this original material, because you can only get better by working on it.
Yeah,
we all know that from music. We've seen bands time and time again come out of their first EP, come out of their first album, second album comes out, and it's so much better. They've taken all their experiences on board. They've learned how to craft things. It's far easier to go and learn how to play someone else's material and just do what they've done on the album. Get the tab sheets out, learn it, go, here you go. It doesn't show your writing skills, and this is where I want to see more of their originals coming out and seeing how they progress.
Yeah, because I know myself, if you show me 5 of these songs, by the 5th song, I will stop being blind to some of the flaws in the music because of what they stand for, and I will start to examine it under the microscope. So yeah, as long as they improve, I'm always happy to listen to this band because they are fascinating. And clearly, if they just continue on that organic evolutionary journey and get even better as musicians, the world is theirs.
Yeah. There we go. VOB, the enemy of Earth is you. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.